So whenever you buy something in the physical world, in the real world, a tangible good, it's a two-way transaction. You give something, mostly money, and you get something, whatever you paid for. So why did we create the world's first two-way blockchain? Because all the other blockchains, they cover one side of a business transaction, right? You might say, okay, some of them combine the two sides on a multi-chain or an application layer, but the Zenotta blockchain is the first blockchain that actually has two ledgers. So it provides an immutable record of the two sides of every transaction. Trade in today's world is mostly done through data. Data can be a music file, an in-game item, a streamed movie, or a piece of digital art. But data can also represent physical goods, such as a letter of credit, a bill of lading, commodity papers, or other financial instruments. And if you think about it, how do you currently trade data over the internet? Well, the challenge is that as soon as you transfer a data file over the internet, you lose full control over such file, and you cannot extract the value of that data file because of that. It's known as the copy-paste problem, because you can't really control the file. With our transaction and trade protocol, the ITTP as we call it, we provide the world with a decentralized protocol that enables transactions and trade with data over the internet. And we've managed to do this by making four very important key inventions. First, we needed a new file format. We call it the smart data file, which is a patented programmable file format which essentially enables a user to make every single data file unique. And if data is not unique, it is not controllable, because you could never tell who the owner of a file is. Is it the original or is it a copy? And we managed to find a way to print a kind of DNA into every single file, which essentially then enables blockchain-based digital ownership of files. And the next invention at the network level is our two-way blockchain. Because as already said, if I buy a file from you and you get payment from me, this in itself is one transaction, which should be either completely executed or not at all. So our two-way blockchain is the technical base layer representing this logic of trade. Without such foundation, there can never be automated trade or transaction with data. Third, we managed to create a legal framework underpinning the transactions and trade with data, which enables users to interact in a safe, legal environment and structure their transactions in a manner compliant to national law. It provides the user with a sustainable and reliable assessment of operational risks, as well as the enforcement of rights, including a dispute resolution possibility. And last but not least, we created our native token, the Zeno, which is needed for the technical execution of a trade, and it can issue a consensus-defended receipt for payment, which leaves the recipient of a transaction with the possibility to accept payment or not. If I used to buy a music CD in the real world, I could hold it in my hands, and I was pretty sure that I'm the owner of that CD. But what if you download the same album from the internet? From a legal point of view, it's a completely different story. So as long as you don't have digital ownership like Zenotta provides, there is never real trade and transaction of data in Web 3. So it is our mission to bring the internet from Web 2.0, from read and write, to Web 3, where you can read, write, and actually own a piece of digital data. So using Zenotta means you no longer need a set of different applications, because we integrated all these services into one system. That increases efficiency and security for both the developers and the users.